Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss about one more realization problem, the cascade form realization of the IAR system. So already we discussed one video. Okay, so previously I posted the two video. One is the general realization we discussed. Then one problem discussed. For same problem, uh, we realized the system in direct form 1, direct form 2 and cascade form. So now we are going to see the second question. Obtain the cascade form realization of the digital system y of n equal to 3 by 4 y of n minus 1 minus 1 by 8 y of n minus 2 plus 1 by 3 x of n minus 1 plus x of n. So it's a May 2013 question. Okay, so already we discussed one question. It's a December 2017 question. So for the same problem, we derived the three structure: direct form 1, direct form 2 and cascade form. So here we are going to realize the system in only the one method, cascade form realization. Okay, so already you know the method. So what is the given equation? The time domain equation of the system is given. So where the y of n is the present output, y of n minus 1 is the past output. This is also a past output. X of n minus 1 is the past input, x of n is the present input. Okay, so that's why the system is called as IAR system. So in order to realize the system in cascade form, so first we needed the transfer function h of z. Okay, so the transfer function, so already you know what is meant by transfer function. It is nothing but it's a ratio of output divided by input. The z transform of output by z transform of input. So that's why in order to convert the time domain equation into z domain, so first for the given system equation, so we have to take the z transform. That is the first step. So taking z transform for the given system equation, we get what is the z transform of y of n? It's a capital Y of z, which is equal to 3 by 4 into the z transform of y of n minus 1 is. So already you know the time shifting property of z transform. We discussed in signals and system. Okay, so according to that property, the z transform of y of n minus 1 is z power minus 1 multiplied with y of z. Similarly, minus 1 by 8 z power, that is the z transform of y of n minus 2 is z power minus 2 into y of z, plus 1 by 3 into the z transform of x of n minus 1 is z power minus 1 into x of z, plus z transform of x of n is x of z. Okay, then you give this y of z term. Okay, so you see here the two y of z term is there. This y of z term you give it to the left side. So that is after giving to left side. So in left side there are three y of z term. Y of z minus 3 by 4 y of z inverse plus this minus 1 by 8. It is coming to left side, means it is converted to plus 1 by 8 z power minus 2 into y of z. Similarly in this the x of z is common. You take x of z as a common. We have to write 1 plus 1 by 3 z inverse. Then in this 3 term you take y of z as a common. Okay, so here x of z as a common already here. So from that we have to find the transfer function. What does mean by transfer function? H of z. It's a ratio of this y of z divided by x of z. So from this 1 plus 1 by 3 z inverse by this term 1 minus 3 by 4 z inverse plus 1 by 8 z power minus 2. Okay, so the transfer function we calculated. So here what is the order of the system means? The order is nothing but the maximum power of the denominator polynomial. So what is the maximum power of the denominator polynomial is that it is 2. So it's a second order system. Okay, so here what is our question means? Our question is to realize in cascade form. Okay, so that's why already you know in the cascade form method, in cascade form realization, any higher order system, that is second and third order system, it can be splitted as a multiplication of the single order system. Okay, so already you know the cascade form realization. So we discussed detailed in the first video. Okay, the realization of IAR system we discussed. So that is in that cascade form realization. The h of z it can be splitted as, so you see the h of z can be splitted as the product of h1 of z into h2 of z, etc. Okay, and we have to realize the h1 of z where h1 and h2 is said to be the single order system, and this h1 and h2 we have to realize in either direct form 1 or direct form 2, and finally the two diagram we have to connect it in cascade, means this is the cascade form realization. Okay, so that is we discussed detail in the previous video. So I will give the link in the description box for that video. So if you want to refer, means you go and refer. Okay, so here so in this case we calculated the h of z. So this h of z, it is nothing but a this h of z is a second order system. So now we have to split this h of z as a multiplication of the two single order systems. Okay, so that's why in order to convert into that one, so first we have to factorize the denominator polynomial. So here there is a z powers are in negative. So if we want to factorize, means if the z's are in plus, means it is very easy. So that's why we have to convert this h of z from negative powers to positive power by multiplying the h of z by both the numerator and denominator by z squared. So if you are multiplying the numerator with z squared and the denominator with z squared, means, so we got a h of z is converted to z squared plus 1 by 3 z divided by z squared minus 3 by 4 z plus 1 by 8. Okay, so now you see in the numerator, so in this two term z is common, so you just take it. After taking z as a common, we have to write z plus 1 by 3. Similarly, you see the denominator. So denominator, it is of the second order equation. So you just factorize this equation. So we got z minus 0.5 and z minus 0.25. Okay. So now again we have to convert this positive z into negative z. So that's why from this numerator term, you just take one z as a common. So we can write 1 plus 1 by 3 z inverse. Similarly, from this term and from this term, you take z as a common. So in the first term, if you are taking z as a common, we have to write 1 minus 0.5 z inverse. Similarly, if you are taking z from this term, we can write 1 minus 0.25 z inverse. Okay. So already in numerator, there are two z is there. So this z, it cancel. Similarly, this z and z cancelled. So now, so the remaining term, it can be written as h of z is equal to 1 plus 1 by 3 z inverse by 1 minus 0.5 z inverse, 1 minus 0.25 z inverse. Okay, this is the h of z. So we split it. So now we have to split this h of z as a product of two single order transfer function. So here you just split like this. Okay, so in any method we can split. So here I am considering 1 plus 1 by 3 z inverse by 1 minus 0.5 z inverse. This is the h1, and the remaining 1 divided by this one as a h2. Okay, so you may split 1 by 1 minus 0.5 z inverse as a h1. 1 plus 1 by 3 z inverse divided by this one as a h2 also. Okay, so we can implement in any order. So now I am taking these two ratio as a h1 and 1 divided by this as a h2. Okay, so where the h1 and h2 is said to be the single order system transfer function. So now the next step is we have to realize this h1 of z and h2 of z individually in a direct form 2 method. Okay, so we may use either direct form 1 and 2, but when compared to direct form 1, the direct form 2 method is useful. Okay, why means in direct form 2 realization, the number of delay element used is reduced by the half the amount. So that's why we have to implement this h1 and h2 better in a direct form 2. Okay, so now we are going to realize the h1 of z, h2 of z in direct form 2 separately. So you see, this is the h1 and this is the h2. So in order to realize in direct form 2, so already we are having the direct form 2 standard structure we have to remember. So in that we have to substitute the value of b0, b1 and a1 value. Okay, so in order to calculate that b0, b1 value, so we are having the standard h of z equation of IAR system. So this is the standard h of z equation. What is the h of z equation of our IAR? b0 plus b1 z inverse plus b2 z power minus 2 divided by 1 plus a1 z inverse plus a2 z power minus 2, etc. So let us compare these two equations. So if you are comparing these two equations, what is the value of b0? The b0 is 1. What is the value of b1? It is 1 by 3. So the remaining all coefficients are 0. Similarly, in the denominator, 1, 1, then A1, the A1 value is minus 0.5. Okay. So when we are comparing these two, we will get B0 is 1, B1 is 1 by 3, and A1 is minus 0.5. Okay. So using this value, we have to draw the direct form 2 diagram of the H1 of Z. Okay. So already you know this is the first order direct form 2 realization. Already we know the standard diagram. So in that diagram, we have to substitute the value. So what is the B0 value? It's a 1. B1 value 1 by 3. And what is this coefficient? This multiplier is minus A1. So here the A1 value is minus 0.5. So minus of minus 0.5, it is plus 0.5. Okay. So this is the realization of H1 of Z. Okay. Similarly, we have to realize H2. So what is the H2 equation? 1 by 1 minus 0.25 into Z inverse. Similarly, you just compare this H2 of Z with the standard H of Z equation. So if you are comparing this two, so you see the numerator, in numerator only constant is there. So this B0 value is 1. So the remaining B2, B1, B2 and all values are 0. So you see B0 is only 1, the B1, B2 coefficients are 0. Similarly, you see the denominator. In denominator, what is this point minus 0.25? It's a A1. Okay, so the A1 value is minus 0.25. So similarly, we have to draw the direct form 2 diagram. Okay, so already you know this is the direct form 2 diagram. In that, what is the value of this B0? B0 is 1. So you see, this is the B0 1 and the B1 is 0. So here, in the place of this is the B1. So in the B1 value is 0. So no need of this multiplier. So that's why I didn't take the branch from this. Okay, since this multiplier value is 0. Okay, so no need to take this branch. So no need to take this branch means there is a no need of this adder also here. Okay, so in this, there is no need of adder. Okay, that is the thing. Then the A1 value is minus 0.25. So here you see this 0.25 minus A1. So minus of minus 0.25, it's the plus 0.25. Okay, so this is the realization of Y2. Okay, that is in a standard diagram. So here one branch will come and here one adder will come. Okay, this is the standard diagram of one first order direct form 1 diagram. So this is the value of B1. So in our problem, this B1 value 0. Okay, so this is 0. This is 0 means no need to take this branch. Okay, you just discard it. If this line is not coming means there is no need of this adder. Okay, since only one input, so that's why no need of adder. So that's why you just, so this line is not needed and this adder is also not needed. Okay, so directly this output is said to be the Y2. Okay, this is the one. So this is the realization of H2 of Z. So we individually realized the H1 of Z and H2 of Z. So what is the next step? So the next step is to finally, that is here the cascade form realization. So in cascade form realization, the overall system is obtained by cascading the H1 of Z and H2 of Z. Okay, so H1 of Z, first you draw our H1 of Z diagram. This is the H1 of Z diagram. This H1 of Z diagram you just draw. Then the output of the H1 of Z is given as a input to the H2 of Z. So this H2 diagram you just draw here. Okay, the first output is connected with the second input. So our external input is given to the first system and output taken from this second system is our overall output Y of Z. Okay, so this diagram it is called as a cascade form realization of the given system. Okay, so this is the one more problem. It's a May 2013 problem. Okay, so in a similar way we have to solve this problem. Okay, so in the next video, so we will discuss about the parallel form realization. Okay, so an university question. So we have to realize in the cascade form as well as the parallel form we will discuss. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos. If you want to learn more about this realization, so in my channel in signals and system playlist is there. So in that signals and system playlist, so you go and watch the realization, that is the realization of discrete time system, a block diagram representation of discrete time system, the direct form 1 realization, direct form 2 realization, cascade form, parallel form. So So I solved many problems in that video. So you go and verify it. Okay. So thank you.